like.
So which color is better, white or black?
Black is more slimming. I like the white Canary costume. I also like that I'm not wearing a wig and mask, which it looks cool. It definitely looks cool, but 16 hours in it gets difficult. And I like to do a lot of my own stunts. And when I have a wig and mask, it's like you can't even see it anyways, and it's like blocks my vision. Trying to act with this thing like glued on your face, and I'm like, my face doesn't move.
Of all the people in the DC TV universe, all the performers, all the actors, you are the one that has the most physical, skill that you've demonstrated time and again, as dancer, as fighter, and so forth. How far do they let you go? Like, how far can you go with, before the insurance kicks in and they worry about risk?
I haven't gotten to a place where they have said, no, you can't do this one.
Yeah.
But I also know when I'm like, you can jump off the moving motorcycle onto the back of the moving van, like, I'm good on that one. Like, you got that. So I haven't run into it where they've said, no, you can't do that. But it's mostly the fighting. Like, this is stuff that I like to do.
Yeah.
And there's other things. I mean, those stunt doubles, not only like it's all a bunch of amazing skills, but a lot of it is like you're getting hurt. I mean, it's like there was one stunt we had on Arrow, and she was fighting the doll maker, and a bunch of pipes like fell on her and like hit her head and like smashed her in the story. And those were pipes that fall on her head and smash her. It's really that kind of stuff. Applause to those stunt people. They are so strong, such troopers. And those are the kind of stunts that I'm like, you do that. I'll be in my trailer.
But if it's a ground level hand-to-hand combat, we're seeing Steven's double or Colton's double, but that's you with those doubles.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool. You're kind of like the Jackie Chan of the Arrowverse.
Oh, I wish I was Jackie Chan. No, I've been training a lot. I've been training with this guy, Dan Insanto Academy in Marina del Rey, and this other place, Martial Motion. And this is Insanto Academy. I am like such a beginner, but like it's Filipino martial arts, and they use double sticks and staff and knife fighting, swords, all the weapons and all the stuff that Sara uses, and it's ridiculous. And I've been training about 6-8 hours a week, and doing a lot of it and getting ready for this role, because I really want to take the fighting like to the next level. I love it. I mean, I almost was going to do stunts. Like, I wanted to be a stunt girl before I was going to act. And so for me, it's like getting to combine those two is really cool.
Who is your character most likely to butt heads with? I mean, you've got some very strong personalities on this cast.
I'm imagining Heatwave and Sara would probably hate each other. I mean, they're just very strong personalities. I can see that like majorly butting. I'm curious to see how her and Hot Girl will interact. Maybe, well, hopefully that's good. Hopefully they get to be friends. It's interesting because, there's so many men in the cast and there's only 2 girls, especially as my character's like, more bisexual, so we'll see how that goes.
How long did you know that they planned to bring you back in some capacity? Did you think you were let go and then you got a phone call later on?
Oh, I definitely thought it was done. I definitely had, moved on mentally from that space. And when did I find out? I don't remember. But I was not expecting it at all. Definitely wasn't expecting it.
We don't know how you return, but there are certain possibilities: time travel, Lazarus Pit. What's your favorite solution for this?
Seems like Lazarus Pit is the most likely, and to me very interesting because it changes you. And we saw with Thea on Arrow kind of what it did. And I like that because it shows consequences. It shows that you she comes back to life, like that's, you don't get anything for free. You have to pay for it. And I think with Lazarus Pit, you'll really see those ramifications in her personally. And as an actor, that's the fun thing to play with.
It seems unlikely that you're going to be back in this universe. You're going to kind of bounce it around and not get pulled back in the Arrow show at some point. Do you want that reunion with Katie Cassidy and Stephen Amell and their characters kind of sooner on, or would you like it to kind of take place a little further down the line?
Well, from what I hear, the first half of this season for Flash and Arrow, a lot of it will be helping to set our show up. So I imagine it's going to happen in the beginning. And it'll make it more interesting to start with our show. It's just all the more, if you're already watching Flash and Arrow, to kind of dive into this world and then you get to go into our show. I think, our showrunner Phil was saying that they already have crossovers planned and that those crossovers are going to be the platform that jumps us off. So it's like you're already going to be super invested in all of the characters and the show before you even see the pilot. So I think it'll be interesting to see it because it won't be like a pilot where you're meeting everyone for the first time. It's like you're going to be like, yes, finally coming together, kind of Ocean's 11, plucking everybody together.
Have you thought about how she feels different? I mean, she's a changed person, but how you're going to slip into that role differently?
I mean, not until I get a script. I have to see which direction they want to take it. For me, like, I'm hoping she goes like batshit crazy and I get to like wow out. But also just the fact, I mean, at this point, because there's so many ways she could be more enlightened now. It could be that, you finally hit rock bottom and like she can change, because she's been not able to change. Or it can send her like way further, even in a darker, more unredemption, spot. And I don't know which way they want to go with it. They all could be interesting.